the game gives you, then you have to pay more upkeep. So look at that. Fanatic Militarist gives us plus 20% fire rate, and Distinguished Admiralty gives us plus 8%. So the fleet and the Admiralty have unusually prominent roles in the society, wielding a great deal of influence in political circles. They have the pick of the litter when it comes to new military recruits. So basically, it's Fanatic Militarist, Xenophobe. The stakes could not be higher as we reach into the vast uncharted expanses of the galaxy, for we are gambling with the very survival of our species. Never trust the alien, its false smile hides an unknowable mind. So we basically are kind of in control with our ability to have trained personnel that dictates what people have to do, and will just be a military commissariat, which is exactly what I just said. Sure. So the empire name will go with AndYouLeftTheGame, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Followers maybe? And or subscribers. I like the word subscribers a little bit more. And I'll just check YouTube in the end and Facebook first, so that it would make sense to be a YouTube subscriber rather than a Facebook subscriber. And the adjective, I'll just go simply with "and you left the game Dominion." Let's go to the flag. Now there's a lot to choose from here. It's truly a lot. I have no idea. Really, I haven't went through this, but we can do it just now. Obviously, these are the sort of humans, kind of, you know, the regular eagle, another kind of bird, a world. That's nice. I would like to have us kind of a planet-like logo, and this kind of gives the umbrella feel to it, sort of a, you know, the movie Umbrella. So that's probably the future. All kinds of military agencies doing all kinds of work for humanity, and I think that works just fine. Now when it comes to weapons, I'm not sure how this game plays. I don't know its mechanics just yet very well, so I'm not sure which weaponry should be used, but there's quite a few to research and choose from. I'm sure that in the beginning it's not that important, you just kind of have to balance everything out later, but we'll have the money to do it, so things shouldn't be catastrophic. Okay, so mass drivers that use electromagnetic catapults to accelerate projectiles towards targets at blinding speeds. While somewhat limited in range, their kinetic energy and high rate of fire shoot through shields with ease. Alright, then there's missile weapons. So I'm gonna go with a bunch of projectile weapons, just because I kind of want to do it, that's it. Don't know its benefits. Now, I'm not really sure how wormhole or space travel works. I'll go with the warp travel because it's relatively simple. Don't have to do much. I heard that you have to build some kind of a warp gates if you want to use one of these two. Don't know which one. It's probably the wormhole. I haven't read it. It's probably written somewhere here. And as you can see, requiring spatial wormhole stations to operate. So I'm just going with warp travel and we won't have any problems with that. It's just that we may not be able to catch fleets that would run away from us, or we won't be able to always run away from maybe somebody who uses wormhole travel. So if we want to combine two fleets and they kind of see us trying to do it, they could intercept half of our fleet and kind of the other half would be just left weak if the first one gets destroyed. Now we can choose the ship appearance, and the ship appearance can actually be used from any other species too, but because I'm playing this with humans, this time I'm going to choose mammalian ships. Even if some other ships would look a little bit more cool or interesting, I'm gonna go with that. So we're democratic police state. It's a distinguished admiralty, so we're militaristic. Military personnel is kind of involved in politics. Then we're fanatic militarist as a species, and we're xenophobe. So we don't trust the aliens, and we like rivalry influence. However, we can always check if we want something else. As you can see, we could reduce consumer good costs, we could reduce the maintenance of robots, monthly unity could be increased, trust growth. There exists in all of us a deep-seated fascination for the unknown, an adventurous spirit that rejects the familiar and glories in the unfamiliar, whatever or whomever it may be. So trust her growth. I'm not sure, do they mean like population growth or what? But I'm sure it's just that. Spiritualists would further reduce the possibility of unrest. Oh, but then we wouldn't be able to go with. Oh yeah, everything is fine. We could reduce the unrest even more by going spiritual, because we don't need the border range really, we'll just build outposts anyway, and reducing the unrest is why we are so militaristic in the first place, right? So we are kind of controlled by the military and police. Or let's say that the military is meddling with the political affairs, the police is in control of your life, the humans as species are a fanatic militarist and spiritual at the same time. For example, we have many religions that would otherwise keep us in check. And obviously we are intelligent. That gives us some more engineering output, which is important. We use warp travel mass drivers. These electromagnetic projectile launchers use magnets to accelerate armor-piercing rounds towards targets at high speeds. We live in YouTube Planet 1, which is this YouTube channel that you're now watching. And this is where we're gonna start. I'll go with a huge galaxy, Probably not gonna finish all of it, but I'm sure that will mean that there's going to be massive empires that could potentially kind of make me lose, and it's fine. I'll go with 30 AI empires, so we won't avoid fighting. There's going to be a lot of fighting, which means advanced AI. I'll go with maybe 10. So 1 out of 3 is going to be strong advanced AI stars. Habitable worlds, maybe 2 times more would be just fine. I'm unsure how the game is balanced really, because we can go 5 times more. AI aggressiveness normal, difficulty hard. So this controls the game difficulty. On higher difficulties, AI empires are not subjects of players, get bonuses to their economy and research. So it's pretty much normal, hard, insane. Well, first let's go with normal, just so that we could see how AI is designed to play, and playing on higher difficulties, even with some kind of bonuses that the player kind of gives to himself, could be a little bit too difficult if player does not know